And with this canvas, we try to map out what we know about the organism that we're using and which parameters really matter. So we, for example, took kombucha strains and looked at, okay, what kind of level of oxygen does it need, what kind of temperature, does it need light or not, what kind of volume do we want to grow, and how much time would it take to grow that. And we did that together, and I know that some of you took pictures of the filled-in canvases, so I hope they will appear on the documentation sites. But still, on the inside of this canvas is just a bioreactor, and it's a bit of a black box approach to biology, of course, because everything on this canvas is about something else. It's not really about what goes on inside the cell. And that's what we've been discussing the previous few lectures. We already took a closer look at the cells, what they're made of, and a little bit about what's going on inside. Of course, with the microscope experiments, we've seen that there's DNA in the nucleus of, for example, plant cells. But still, yeah, what each part of the cell does, we haven't really covered that yet. You know, of course, that the DNA is responsible for, yeah, it's really the blueprint of the cell. It contains all the information. And we know that it's made out of oxygen, nitrogen, and phosphorus. And this also has a relationship to all the nutrients that we are giving to the cells. Because, yeah, now that you've been using the recipes more often, you probably notice that there's always some kind of phosphate, there's always some kind of protein source which contains nitrates. There's always some kind of need for oxygen. And of course, one of the main reasons for that is that cells need to make DNA. And that's why they need these building blocks. And apart from DNA, cells mostly make actually proteins, because proteins are the workhorses. DNA is translated into proteins, and the proteins actually take the action. So it's proteins that convert sugar into energy, and proteins that interact with each other, and proteins actually that make other proteins. And we also discussed some priority in metabolism. We've been looking at organisms that can either feed themselves or need something from the environment. And that's also what we discovered when we filled in the canvases, that certain organisms really need sugar, while like the Yantiobacterium, leafidin, that produces the purple pigment.